Hey guys, this is Summer 66, day 8 of our journeying through the 66 books of the Bible. And we're trying to do this in, well, we said, John, we said we were going to go 2 minutes. But I think so far, those of you who've been watching from day one, I think you know that that was a dream. Maybe we're about 3.5 minutes, and so. But I hope you're having fun with us. All right, so we're going to get into the book of Ruth today, and Ruth is day 8, and we're talking about Ruth, and our theme is redemption in the ordinary. And I want to begin with a question, like we always start. Have you ever felt like an outsider, maybe unseen, uncertain, unsure where you fit in the bigger story? Maybe you go to school and there are the cool kids that sit at the cafeteria table and they eat, and you don't feel like you belong. If you ever felt that way, that's the book of Ruth for you, my friend. Ruth begins with someone feeling like they don't belong, but it doesn't stay there. Ruth is a story that reminds us that even in the smallest acts of loyalty and love, those things can echo throughout the eons of time. Ruth is a very short book, but it's very profound. By the way, my mom's name is Ruth, and so she may be watching this. This may be her favorite of all of the 66 books. It takes place in, quote unquote, the days when judges ruled, a dark and chaotic time in Israel's history. Yet here, tucked in the middle of that turbulence, is a quiet, beautiful narrative of faithfulness and redemption. Ruth is a Moabite widow who chooses to stay with her Israelite mother in law, Naomi. Her words are unforgotten. Who will ever forget those words? What she says in Ruth chapter 1, verse 16: Where you go, I will go. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God. In a time of famine and barrenness and grief, Ruth models steadfast love, a love rooted in loyalty and compassion and covenant. And then there's Boaz, the kinsman redeemer, who responds with integrity and grace. And Boaz actually embodies God's heart to restore that which has been lost. The final verses of Ruth quietly stuns us. Ruth becomes the great grandmother of King David, the line from which the Messiah would come. To the Israelites, Ruth was a reminder that God's plan includes outsiders and foreigners and the forgotten. To us today, the book of Ruth is a reminder that you are not disqualified, not because of where you were born, not because of your last name, not because of the color of your skin, not because you graduated from Yale or just got out of jail. You are not disqualified for any of those reasons. Ruth teaches us, though, that faithfulness matters. Your story is not too small for God to use. I am the God who redeems ordinary love, who honors quiet courage, who weaves your story into mine. That's what God is saying to us in Ruth. A couple of practical takeaways. Number one, loyalty, kindness, and small acts of faith can open doors to divine purpose. Number two, God's redemption reaches beyond bloodline and boundaries. Right? Those things are absolutely insignificant when it comes to how God operates in the world. Number three, even when we feel invisible, God sees and writes something good and something beautiful about you. And number four, your yes to someone else's pain may be the starting point of their healing narrative. So Ruth reminds us that God writes beauty into broken stories, one faithful step at a time. This is Summer 66. I want you to remember that no matter where you are and what's going on with you, I want you to remember that God's got you right where you're at. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye bye.